Larry Wilmore, you fucked up. Okay, you turn around and Obama does a great act, you know. You turn around and follow him, and I know he's a hard act to follow, okay, but couldn't you, didn't you listen to him when he said, jokes white people shouldn't make, and there's jokes black people shouldn't make, or things black people shouldn't say in front of mixed goddamn company. Now that you've done that, this thing is spreading out. It was all over the media Sunday morning, okay? Today is Tuesday, well, but actually this program that I'm basically going to show you the clip from was from Monday night. Now you're giving coons the ability to cover themselves. I'm going to show you this Fox clip, and this coon ass person, I wanted to say something else, but coon ass person, Kevin Jackson, is going to come up on the right side of this, which helps to give him validity when speaking about other issues when he comes up on the wrong side of this. Larry, there's no way you use the N-word in referring to the President of the United States. It's not a term of endearment. Basically, fuck you. It's incredulous. I mean, I'm at a loss for words on what the hell you were thinking using that particular word and referring to the president, and particularly in front of a whole bunch of white people. It's ridiculous. And now this coon, Kevin Jackson, is going to get up here and he's going to have validity because for once in his life, he's going to be on the right side of this thing. Let me play this clip. Jesus.
Developing tonight, the White House doing a bit of defense after the host of this weekend's Correspondents' Dinner went to kind of an ugly place to get a laugh. Watch this, see what you think.
No, Barry, you did it. Thank you very much. Good night.
Well, that was the big finish. Joining me now, Kevin Jackson, conservative talk show host and Fox News contributor, and Mark Hanna, a veteran of the Obama-Kerry presidential campaigns and author of the upcoming book, The Best Worst President. Good to see both of you tonight. So, Mark, let me start with you. What was your reaction?
Sure. I mean, it's tough for me to come out as kind of a guy who personifies whiteness and has like white privilege oozing out of my pores here to debate with Kevin on whether people should be taking offense at Larry Wilmore. But look, I've been to these White House Correspondents' Dinners. I went to one with George Bush as president. You got to have pretty thick skin to get there, and this is late at night. There are some off-color comments. Even Bill O'Reilly has come out and said tonight even that Larry Wilmore was coming from an affectionate place. That if you read these remarks in context, it's not that bad. What really ticks
I don't care where he was coming from. You don't use that word, period.
Me off, frankly, is when people like Kevin, black conservatives, come on TV and say the Black Lives Matter protesters are being too sensitive when they protest somebody who basically has been shot, an unarmed black kid has been shot. But yet when a comedian uses a bad word, all of a sudden they're protesting. Methinks thou dost protest too much.
I need to point out that the word that was used was the N-word because we bleeped it out, and I just want to make it clear to everybody home so they know what we're talking about. But Kevin, weigh in on this because I tell my kids never to use that word.
All right, now, and this is where Kevin is going to take his shot at Black Lives Matter, and I did a video on his coon ass. And that was a good while ago, but yeah, he's anti-Black Lives Matter, even though Black Lives Matter has been shown to be a positive influence both in creating new laws and also just voicing the opinion of people as far as the over-policing in minority communities. But okay, here comes his shot. Ready, set.
Right. So then they see this on the dais, and they say, like, well, how come some people can use it and other people can't use it? And it's funny when some people use it. It sends it's kind of a divisive message, actually, because it makes you feel like, that there are different rules for different people, and if you're, if you can get away with it, then it's okay. Explain.
Well, it is divisive, and to Mark's point about Black Lives Matter, it's a fake movement that never should exist because it's not based on any factual information. In fact, it's the opposite. But
that is such a load of bullshit, and he's got an audience to spew that bullshit out. Larry Wilmore, he just totally fucked it up.
Just to cover that little bit of a comment. But as far as this goes, it's very simple. Ask Mark 2 questions. One, what if a white comedian had done it and said exactly the same thing and the same jokes? Could he have gotten away with it?
Absolutely
the answer is
not.
Absolutely not.
Right, absolutely
And
not.
secondarily,
Everybody knows that.
secondarily, not to be interrupted, Mark, but secondarily, if a white comedian had said, "Hey, you're my cracker," to George Bush as he was walking off, as if it's, "Hey, we're the same people," or something like that, he would have been excoriated for that as well. The fact of the matter is, Larry Wilmore essentially knew that at all those correspondents, all these great supposed journalists, could not say what he just said to the president and get away with it. This is essentially the wussification of America, where if you say something that is politically incorrect, people will get fired over this. Paula Dean lost her career at one point.
Yeah, it's a good point.
So you're saying we should-
Here's what I saw
and
besides
many
the
other
fact
things
that,
like
just
this.
a second, besides the fact that, I think it's divisive in many ways, is I agree with, in some ways, he was trying to give the president a big compliment, and then he finished it off with that sort of tasteless comment, which was very unnecessary. But I think he was having a tough time up there. People weren't really laughing that much.
Right.
And I think the president was sort of just trying to be gracious at the end and kind of make him feel better, and not sort of wince when he used that phrase. That was my take on it. Mark?
Yeah, they damn sure weren't laughing after he said that. There was a collective ooh out of the audience, and Barack Obama basically went to cover him when he got up and gave him, and saluted him and embraced him. But because if Obama hadn't done that, he totally would have been fricasseed Sunday morning and last night. But Larry Wilmore, geez, people are paid to think, and obviously he could not have been thinking in order to say something like this, and it may have just been a last-second ad lib because his comedic routine basically had fallen so flat. But now it's had unforeseen consequences of giving Kevin Jackson a stage, obviously, to attack Black Lives Matter, which is bullshit.